Welcome everyone. We are dealing with the clinical immunology. In the first video we have seen the concept of clinical immunology and which are the various techniques which we are going to learn in clinical immunology. This is the first part in which we are going to study the first concept of clinical immunology, that is serotyping. Serotyping. What is serotyping? So before we go for the serotyping, let's understand what do you mean by serology. What do you mean by serology? So serology deals with when viral or bacterial infection is there, means in a human body, if virus or bacteria enters inside the body, against this viral and bacterial pathogens or antigen, a antibody will be generated. This antibodies generation and their study is referred as serology. If you got this, then move to the serotype. Serotype is subtyping test. Serotyping is a test which is based on difference in the microbial surface antigen. Means in serotyping, it is a test, and through this test you will come to know that in microorganisms what are various antigens which are present. So by using this serotyping based on the antigen and antibody test, you can able to predict the infectious microorganisms. In serotyping, you will use the serum. What is serum? When you got the whole blood, if you centrifuge that blood, the bottom will be there for the particle which are having high molecular weight, and in supernatant you will get the serum. So this is called as a serum. This serum contain antibodies which are generated against antigen which are present in the body. Either you can use serum or you can purify the antibodies, and those antibodies can be tested for particular antigen antibody reaction. For what purpose this serotyping can be used? So this by performing serotyping, you are able to identify various proteins, or we can say various antigens which are present in the blood. Second thing, it can use to differentiate between strain. What do you mean by that? Strain. So we know that microorganisms are classified in various groups like species, genus, family, and so on, right? So the species are considered as a group of strain which have the maximum similarity. So in species there are various strain are present. Say example, here there are 90 different strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae. Streptococcus pneumoniae cause the pneumonia infection. There are total 90 different strain of this Streptococcus pneumoniae. They are majorly they are similar in structure, but we know this microorganism contain capsule layer. The basic difference found in this capsule layer. So the antigen or the protein of that capsule is different in each strain. They belongs to same species, but they are having a minute difference in their capsule structure. That is the reason they are called as serovar. So to identify this different strain of this Streptococcus, we can use this serotyping. and you just need to collect the serum. You just need to use different antibodies and identify the antigen antibody reaction, and based on the result you can predict that the infection to this person is due to this strain of pneumonia, right? Streptococcus pneumoniae. This identification is called as Quillen reaction. This is called as Quillen reaction, in which the antigen which is present on capsule is being identified through antigen and antibody reaction. So this is called as a serotyping, in which the antibody or antigen present in the serum of the patient, blood serum of the patient, can be identified, and diagnosis of particular disease can be done. Here we are not going to identify the microorganism. We are identifying antigen or antibody which are present, and based on that assumption, based on those reading, we are assuming that particular disease is being caused by particular microorganisms. Okay, thank you.